Good morning. Welcome to Time in His Word. Have you ever thought much about the people that come and go in your life? Be it Christian people or just friends in general. How we move about. You know, some people luck out and they have a lifetime friend that never leaves, and vice versa. But for the most part, we have people that come and go in our lives, and when they're here, they contribute something to our growth, and or we contribute something to them. But after a while, then you just kind of drift away. Nothing ever bad was spoken, or nothing ever bad happened. It was time to move on. There's a passage in John, the 15th chapter, and it talks about the vineyard and how things are done, and he's using that comparison to we're the vine and we're the branches to the vine, or whatever, you know, the stem that grows the vines for making wine, and that we're the branches of that. And in 4 and 5 it says, "Abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit unless it abides in the vine. So neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him, he bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing." So I like this passage because it describes how, as long as we're connected to Jesus, we're going to grow one way or another. It might be small steps, it might be huge steps, or we might not grow for a little bit. For whatever reason, we might not grow for a little bit. It's when we stop growing and we get stop growing, stop studying, and that we get that disconnect. And but it's always easy to just a matter of turning around and stepping back towards the Father for that growth to begin again. Some mornings putting these together is very difficult, trying to get a message together and watching the amount of time I spend on them. I try to keep them short, but sometimes I know I get carried away in my thoughts and that. And I appreciate you listening when I do start rambling. But what I'm getting at is, we're only going to grow if we take the time to study His Word and to study Him and study what He has in store for us. If we're not taking the time to do that, we're just kind of hanging on, and we're just kind of like dead weight. So in your daily studies, you know, put forth that effort. I know I can do better, just like everybody else. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I know everything. I've never been to seminary school or anything like that. All these posts that I make, they're just my thoughts and my feelings on Scripture I read and how I interpret them, and I pass them on to others, hoping that it'll help them in some small way to get excited about serving the Lord as much as I am. But just think about that today. These two verses: "Abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, so neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him, he bears much fruit, for apart from me, we can do nothing."